Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change.
Alright, welcome back, SAOS Racing Channel. Now, we got the yardbird, we got the wheels back on it. Like I said, I'm going to go over trying to set up ride height on this thing now that we got the weight in the back. So, at this point now, I just got to pull it off the jack stands and get it on the ground, measure where it's at, and then put it back in the air, and then run the springs up, so therefore we get the ride height where we want it, or take them down where we want it, and then we can adjust the shocks for the compression, or the compression and separation and rebound the way we want it. So that's where we're at now. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing off the jack stands and go from there. Alright, so prior to putting all the weight in the car, adding everything, we were sitting at, let's see, driver's side rear was 27 3/4, and passenger side was 27 3/4, and that was at the current tire pressure as well, so that's why I wanted to check that. With that extra weight, surprisingly it didn't compress that much. We're sitting at 27.5, so we lost a 1/4 inch. But yeah, as you can look, what I've done is I made a mark roughly right in the middle of the fender here. So that way I'm always measuring at the same spot every time I check ride height. So I know where we're at. It's not like I measure, it might be off a little bit. I always measure at the same spot. From a distance you can't see it, but I put it there. Alright. Like personally, it looks to me like it's squatting a little bit. So, see, driver's side front was 26 1/4 or 26 1/8, and so was the passenger side. So we have them set pretty well the same. Yeah. Now we're sitting at 28 1/8. So we went up 2 inches in the front. So what we have to do now is take the rear end back up, because where we want to be is, in the rear end we want to be at 29. So we got to take this thing up. We got to take it up basically 1.5 inches on both sides. And once we get this one set, I'll move to the front. And while I'm down there, I'm going to adjust the compression and rebound, so that way the shock doesn't sit or doesn't compress as much with this weight in the back. But dang, you can already tell where we're at here. If it wasn't about to rain tonight, I'd say we'd take it out and try it, but I think we might want to just go ahead and make this adjustment now and see where we're at. It's going to rain tonight, and then maybe this weekend we can take it out and do some hood rad shit and see how it does. So now basically got to take it back up in the air and go up 1.5 inches, and I already got a spot on the shocks where I've measured that I can make sure I'm right on that measurement. So I'll take a measurement underneath there and then run the springs up 1.5 inches, and then make the adjustments with the clicks on the compression and rebound. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up in the air and make those adjustments. All right, hopefully this is focused enough. All right, so I already did the other side. So what I gotta do on this one is break the lock nut loose and then run this up. And so what I do is I measure from the bottom of the spring nut to the center of this. That gives me an estimate of how far up I need to go. Basically, you go up 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna knock off 1/4 because I'm a little bit lighter with the weight than I wanted to be. And then on this compression thing, I'm gonna go up another 4 clicks. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on my rebound, I'm set right in the middle where I want to be. And so we're gonna test from that point. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and set this thing to the side. And this is what you want to call it, the jack stand live. So there's very limited room down here, and I'm gonna go ahead and set this over here and let y'all see how I get it going.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
All right, so where we're at, like I said, I wanted to get 6. I'm dead center of that bolt like I want to be. I'm not locking the nut. I'm going to go ahead and see what it looks like when we set it down on the ground.
It looks better.
You recording or no?
Yes.
All right. Our goal was what? What we have over here. Our goal was 29, roughly. And like I said, when I did this off Alan's car from Mac TV, he had a little bit more weight in it, so I kind of cut it short. We are 1/4 inch shy, which is what I was when I measured my center points underneath there. So we were 1/4 inch shy. I was supposed to go up to, my measurement underneath the car was going to be 6 1/4, and I decided to keep it 1/4 inch short, so that way, because I had less weight. So now measure the other side and see if we're accurate on that side. looks like, what do we have over there? I don't forgot already. We had 29. So we are at 28 and a half. So I need to go up a little bit on this side, which is not that big a deal. So basically I go up a 1/4 inch here. And now let's measure the fronts. Even though I haven't adjusted anything, we can see where we're at because this is almost exactly where we want to be, other than this one side being a 1/4 inch off. So in the fronts, we want to be about 26, between 26 and 27. Because I think when I measured Alan's car, he was on a little bit of a slope. So here we're at 28 and 1/8. And this side, we are at 28, right on the money. So it looks like we're going to have to take this side down a little bit and take the other side down a little bit so I can back the springs off and let it settle back down. But I'll show a picture inserted here. What the car looked like prior to the weight being in it and how much that this wheel was sitting inside the wheel well. I would say that this tire was probably about right here before that weight was put in it. So now I just got to settle this front end back down a little bit and we should be good to go on this. And I can go ahead and tighten the lock nuts on this side, and I'll run that side up another 1/4 inch and then adjust the front. So it's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that, jack the back end back up, put it on stands, adjust that side, and then we'll move to the front. All right, so we're looking between 26 and 27 and a 1/4 on the front. I really didn't have to adjust anything on the front. I just had to do the back because once the weight was added, it let it ride where it needs to ride. So I'm like 27 and an 1/8. So I'm an 1/8 inch off. Not too bad. I think we can ride with that. And this one's 27 and a 1/4. So we're 1/8 inch off from side to side. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but we need to test it and see what it's going to do. I did jack up the rear end. And we are now at 28 and 5/8. So we're, what? Let me do some math here. We're 1/8 of an inch off back here. And I kind of understand because I got that Optima battery on this side, so it's going to be a little bit heavier on this side. And this side is still the same at 28 3/4. So looks like that side's riding a little low, but I think it's going to be fine when it comes to everything settling out. We're pretty dang close. So now what we got to do is do a little bit of testing, but before we go out and do some testing, I'll put a line lock on this thing so that way we can get a good burnout and the tires. Well, tires probably still push through, but at least I'm not getting on the trans brake to do a burnout because I don't like getting the trans hot. I don't like getting up on the brake unless I have to. So that's the next thing. This is a short little clip of us just trying to adjust these things, and we'll see how it goes. Also, like I said, I adjusted the compression on them, 4 clicks. So we'll see how it works. But I just figured I'd throw something up and let y'all see how it goes and what we do on a daily basis here. So other than that, hey, y'all got any comments and suggestions on this, let us know, and we'll take them into consideration and comment, like, and subscribe. So, damn it. We do.
Have you ever had a dream that you want?
Again, comment, like, and subscribe. And we're in the process of getting some t-shirts made too, so that's good. That's in the works, but I think it's about a month or so out. But other than that, See you on the next one.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work